This week, let's talk about Israel. This is one take, and this is, of course, focusing on domestic politics, so don't get alarmed. There's a reason why I want to talk about Israel this week on one take, and that is because it's finally entered the poll frame.
कांग्रेस का हाथ हमेशा इस्लामिस्ट जिहादियों के साथ, कट्टरपंथियों के साथ आज ये फिर से साबित हो चुका है।
भारत ऐसे मुश्किल के समय पर इजराइल के साथ खड़ा है।
फलस्तीन कौम की जुर्रत के सामने आज उनको तार-तार होना पड़ा।
सवाल है फिलिस्तीनी जनता की अधिकारों का।
So as we head for the Battle of the States, and the Congress party is making that huge effort to ensure it wins in maximum number of those 5 states going to polls, Israel suddenly seems to have become the bone of contention between the BJP and the Congress. And this is because of 2 different statements of the Congress party over the Palestinian-Israeli issue. On day 1, just 24 hours before the Congress Working Committee meeting, Jairam Ramesh issued a detailed statement where it said that the Congress party has always decided to support the Palestinian cause, but at the end of the day, acts of terror cannot be supported, and of course, Israelis cannot be hurt. It condemned those attacks on the innocent Israelis. Fair enough, balanced, nuanced type. But then something changed, and within those 24 hours, after that, the Congress Working Committee issued a detailed resolution, and point 7 of the resolution was in reference to Israel. And that is where the problem has begun. It talked in detail about the Palestinian cause, how the Congress party has always stood by the people of Palestine, and of course it made a reference to the Israeli attacks as well. But it's after that the reaction which came in from the BJP and in fact some of the allies of the Congress party in the India front, which has now become a huge controversy. Well, Prahlad Joshi, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, then of course there were several other BJP leaders, all of them have accused Congress on 2 points. One, that it is soft on terror because it's supporting the Hamas or the terrorists over there, who are responsible for the attacks on the innocent Israelis. And second, it has accused the Congress party of minority appeasement. And this is where the problem begins. In fact, before I talk about the problem, there were others like Priyanka Chaturvedi of the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction. All of them were asking that one should have a very nuanced stand on it. But let's talk about the problem. The problem was is twofold really. One is, if you remember, when the BJP government came to power after a long time by defeating the UPA 2, it came on the issue of terror. Dr. Manmohan Singh was accused of being a prime minister who was weak and not in control of the terror ops or the anti-terror ops. He was accused of being soft on terror. And that was the pitch on which Narendra Modi became the prime minister for the first time. He gave this hope to people that under him, governance, foreign policy would be so strict that no terrorist could have his way. And in fact, the Prime Minister keeps reminding the voters about that, where just recently at a rally he said that there was a time when you were always worried when you were announced and there were announcements made that there is a Lavaris baggage hanging around, and therefore be careful because that could be a bomb. You don't hear those kind of messages anymore because we are tough on terror. Well, it certainly clicked for Modi's image and also for the government, which is why this is one important plank on which it came back to power once again. Now, that is where problem 1 for the Congress party remains, because now, as we head towards the Lok Sabha elections, the BJP, particularly the Prime Minister, will remind the people, look, a vote for the Congress or the India front would be a return to those dark days of terror acts. Because the Congress is soft on terror, as its second resolution on Palestine so indicates. The second bigger problem, and that's the immediate one, is on the minority appeasement issue. What the BJP is now accusing the Congress party of is that it's being soft on the Muslims, minority appeasement, And under the garb of this Palestine statement and support for it, it actually is showing and revealing its soft spot for the Muslims. Now, who would be uncomfortable with this? Of course, many in the Congress party, and certainly Kamal Nath. Remember, when the Sanatan Dharm issue first broke out, he's distanced himself quickly from it. In fact, the joint rally of the India Front, which was to take place, that was shelved because Kamal Nath felt the Sanatan Dharm issue and his sharing of stage with Udayanidhi Stalin or the DMK would backfire on him. This is a do or die chance for Kamal Nath. So once this minority appeasement narrative sticks to the Congress party, and the BJP is certainly going to make a big issue, it's going to be a problem for him. Especially in Madhya Pradesh, where the Hindutva card is played very strongly by the BJP and now by the Congress party. But behind these two problems, what really happened? Well, what sources within the Congress Working Committee are pointing out that there were voices within the committee, especially from Kerala, from Telangana, who felt that the impression should not go out that the Congress party had, one, abandoned Palestine, and second, that the Congress party was not backing the Muslims and believed that all Muslims were terrorists. This matters a lot, for example, in Hyderabad and the surrounding areas, and also in Kerala, where the Congress's alliance with the Muslim League and its support among the Muslim population is also one of the main reasons why the Congress party hopes to come back to power in the state in the next assembly elections. So these are the problems, these are the thinking, and of course Rahul Gandhi is at the core of it. But it's not the first time that the Congress party has landed into trouble whenever it's made these kind of statements on foreign policy issues, whether it's been on Ukraine, whether it's been on Russia, whether, the Sanatan Dharm immediately, where there was a flip-flop which was seen within the Congress party. And therefore, as I start wrapping up and we talk about a poll season, because we've completely entered it now, that's the question I want to ask you this week, and do respond. Will Israel have an impact on the poll results? Will it give an edge to the BJP? Will it put the Congress party on the back foot? Israel may be kilometers and kilometers, miles away from India, from the Congress headquarters really, but it's already opened the gates to the latest controversy, and Israel is now going to become perhaps an important topic on which the BJP is going to keep attacking the Congress. Do you agree with me? Thank you so much for watching, and do give in your reactions on all the entire social media platform.